Hello and welcome back to the Spiritual Shitshow podcast. My name is Julie Wynn. I am your ultimate spiritual hype girl. I know about the great remembering because I am in it myself. And I get so excited about how these shifts and how life is changing me for the better, especially after coming out of years of what I've titled my spiritual shit show. Today, I'm going to talk about something huge that is coming in for me right now, and that is the power of a reframe. Because the truth is, the way we speak about our lives matters. Oh my gosh, I wish I would have really practiced this knowing many years ago, but alas, here we are. I am seeing in real time the power of the energy that we place around our experiences, our life, words that we say, and the lens we choose matters. And I had this moment last night. I've been deep in building my website, packages, writings, images, creating, editing, organizing, visioning, all of it. And honestly, I can completely zone out in it and I'm fried. My husband's always, do you need to step away from the computer? And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm almost done. And my daughter literally calls me computer mom when I'm done because it's like I'm zapped. I'm completely zapped. I have no brain, but I've been in this creative vortex for hours. And last night I was at my computer until 3:30 in the morning and I was just fried. But I also woke up this morning really proud. I was proud of what I created. I was proud of what was coming through. I was proud of the potential that I could see. I was proud that I can feel myself building something again. And this morning I caught myself complaining like, oh, I have so much work to do and I am not built for sitting behind a computer. There's still so much work to do and it just is like a loop now, just sitting and getting fried at my computer all day. And immediately, thank the Lord for my guides because they've been coming in louder as I asked them to. They were like, remember what you asked for. And I was like, damn it. God, my guides have really been ruthless with me lately, but I did ask for this. I asked to feel creatively alive again. I asked to be in a flow state. And when I am at my computer, I have so many ideas coming through. I literally am excited about learning a new skill. It's been reminding me that I like to write again. I've always wanted to be a writer. And because I have a plethora of typos in all of my writing, it shuts my writing off and I don't write. But I do love it. And I've always wanted to be a writer. Sitting at the computer last night also allowed me to feel passionate about my work again. And I got lost in something that was meaningful. And that's the reframe. Instead of, there's so much work to do. I don't want to be fried at my computer. I'm not meant to be sitting on my butt behind a computer all day. The reframe that I was offered was like, look, first of all, look, girl, you asked for this. But also, look how alive you feel when you're creating. You literally are in a flow state and ideas keep flowing to you. Idea after idea after idea after idea. I couldn't stop creating. I was up till 3:30. That's not punishment. That's alignment. And I had to get myself into alignment with what it is that I asked for and see the brilliance of it. And I think sometimes we pray for these things, but when they arrive, they don't always look the way we imagined. Sometimes answered prayers look like hard work. Sometimes they look like discipline. Sometimes they look like discomfort. Sometimes they look like staying up till 3:30 in the morning because your soul is finally on fire again. There is power in a reframe. And honestly, that is also what's been coming through for me around healing. And this part, I want you to really listen to because I think it's kind of profound. I think staying in your healing can accidentally become a trap. I'm healing. I have so much healing to do. I'm still healing. And yes, my healing journey has been long and it mattered. It mattered deeply. And energetically, even the word itself can sometimes keep us looping in the identity of being wounded. Because what we are actually doing when we heal, you can even feel, I want you to feel the energy around, I am still healing, or I am healing, or I am on my healing journey. And then I want you to hear and feel the energy around, I am remembering who I am. I am remembering my gifts. I am remembering my truth. I am remembering my voice. I am remembering my light. I am remembering that I love these things, that I've always been interested in this, that I love being in a flow state or a creative state or in community. I am in remembering. And that energy feels completely different. Healing can sometimes feel heavy. It puts us in this frame of, there's something wrong with me. And then we get looped into endlessly trying to fix ourselves. But remembering, I am in my remembering. I am not in my healing. I am in my powerful remembering of who I am. This generates movement. It generates power, curiosity, excitement, momentum. Because once you remember who you are, now comes the courageous practice of being that person. Healing, where is that going to get you? It feels like a puddle of mud on the floor. Remembering, that's different. Remembering is generating something, joy, a sense of aliveness, of, oh my gosh, I have life to live. Remembering also pushes you into practice, the practice of becoming, of being that person that you've always been. Healing alone doesn't necessarily always call us into action, or it's calling us into action to keep healing. But remembering who you are, that is what calls you forward. That calls you into embodiment, into courage, into practice, into creation, into living. And maybe that's the collective reframe happening right now too, especially with the feminine. The feminine is remembering. Not rising above the masculine, not competing with the masculine, not masking themselves as masculine, but remembering she can stand in sacred union with the masculine. Because it's going to take all of us, all boots on the ground, to create a new way of being here, of building a new earth, a new way of loving, working, leading, creating, seeing each other, supporting each other. And I actually think it's remembering that this is what we came here to do. What we are building here on earth isn't through separation. It's built through remembrance. And I think one of the most powerful spiritual practices we can cultivate right now is curiosity. What's another way I can look at this? How can I reframe this? How would love view this? Where is the opportunity here? Where is the invitation? Where is the reframe? Because sometimes the thing that is draining you is actually the thing bringing you back to life. Sometimes what feels like healing is actually remembrance trying to call you home to yourself. So maybe today, before labeling your life as hard or heavy or behind, pause and ask, what if there's another angle here? What if this isn't punishment? What if this is preparation? What if this is alignment? What if this is remembering? What's the opportunity here? There is power in a reframe. Thank you for being here. See you next time.